Set, and action.
Imagine a man sitting in distress with his chin resting on his hand. What comes to your mind? Even though the word statue was not mentioned, some of you might have thought of Rodin's The Thinker. It is one of the well-known sculptures to this day. Due to its huge popularity, it's easily spotted worldwide. According to CNN's report, over 40 statues of the thinker exist around the world, and all of them are authentic. As mentioned by the website of Museum Rodin, he teamed up with the skilled sculptors and made a plaster statue as a model, and then bronze one afterwards. In this way, the reproduction of the statue was possible. Rodin's work style shows the entrepreneur side of him. He was one of the greatest sculptors, but also a born businessman as well. Today, I'm going to inform you of how he could make more money through the thinker. Let me start with a brief explanation of how the thinker was made in the first place. It was not a statue created in and of itself first. It was presented as a part of the Rodin's other work, The Gates of Hell. In 1880, he received a request from the French government to create an entrance door for an ornament museum. According to the report of the Herald, he was so obsessed with the first action of the Divine Comedy at the time that he decided to make the entrance depicting one of the scenes from it. Reading the quotes from the Vesset's Le Matin, you could tell how obsessed he was. When sculpting the entrance, he put Dante at the upper center of the gates to honor his work. Rodin sculpted Dante agonizing above the scenery of the hell which he created. He received a great response from it, and the thinker was created, starting with a collector's request for a Dante statue alone in 1884. Noticing the statue could worth money, Rodin thought of the ways to achieve more popularity and get more profit from it. What he did first was to raise the symbol of Dante in the statue. There was one symbolic feature that made Dante recognizable, the head. When making the sculpture, Rodin put the head as an important element. However, while seeking out what made the statue so popular, he realized that people did not want to have the statue of Dante because it was Dante, ironically. They focused more on the representation of the morals of thinking and knowledge. From then, Rodin began making the head part less distinctive, so that people better feel the message as the way they wanted. Rodin's attempt to gain more popularity continued. Rodin changed the name of the sculpture from the poet to the thinker. According to the Rodin Museum, the sculpture was originally named the poet because it indicated Dante, who wrote the Divine Comedy. Anyway, as the statue got more popular, the people who were not the elite wanted to buy the sculpture. That is, the people who did not read the Divine Comedy also wanted to get it. The non-elite did not grasp the model well, but agreed to the importance of the thinking the statue was conveying. The meaning of the statue was conveying. Rodin decided to change the name to cover a more general occasion of the thinking. By moving away from the image of Dante, its message expanded from the agony of writer to the message closer to people's everyday lives, like thinking and philosophy. Through renaming the sculpture, he was able to secure more buyers. To sum up, he was a brilliant businessman who knew how to make money through his sculptures. He first revised some parts of the sculpture by accurately detecting what buyers found attractive. And he also changed the name of it to broaden the buyer base. If he had not changed any of them, would you think the thinker could be more famous? I do not think so. Besides his delicate sculpting skills, I think it's his realistic and entrepreneur side that made the sculpture even more recognizable and memorable to the people. Thanks for listening.